to talk about tonight. Should be fun. And a quiz like I started a couple of weeks ago for the gentlemen. We're going to do a little trivia contest between them, see who is the better 90s kid, which I think actually Dalton. Are you actually a 90s kid or are you a 2000s kid? Both of you. Where do you guys fall?
I was born in 95.
Oh, okay. So you really came of age, so to speak, in 2000. How about you?
I was 98, so yeah, same.
Wow. All right. So I pulled this up because like, hey, yeah, 90s kids, but you guys you're babies. You're younger than my children. Actually, Dalton, I know you are as old as one of my children. I am so old. I am like I'm classic Coke. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Yeah. So, but yeah, we've got some news stories to talk about, and we've got a quiz at the end. Should be fun. I got a couple of fun things. First of all, of course, need to talk about Disney kicking off a media blitz to save Star Wars land. Now, we've talked about this before, about how Disney has been kind of blowing it, let's say, with I think they just had their expectations way too high. What do you guys think?
Yeah, they thought people would pay whatever to come and do anything that said Star Wars, and over in California, at least, they are being shown that no, that's not true.
Yeah, and that's
I think need the monies to do those things at some point, and
yeah,
you can't expect everyone to be as rich as Scrooge McDuck.
Every time they raise the prices, I think, okay, what's the limit on this? When are they going to start pricing people out? Now, granted, poor, lived my life poor, so there is a limit for me. I would go, okay, I'm just not doing that. I can't do that. I would love to go to Victoria and Albert's, but that is just $250 a plate. Way too much for me. There is a possibility of pricing people out. And I always wonder, okay, when are they going to do it? Because every time they raise the price, it's over $100 a day for a slow day, Professor. Yeah. You would think after a while, people are going to just say, okay, no. And it seems like they have.
Well, over here in Orlando, at least, we have it to where everybody comes here because we have 4 parks, 4 main Disney parks, 2 water parks, and then down what is it? It's not Downtown Disney anymore. Disney Springs. We have a lot of Disney here, and tourists will come here before they go to Galaxy's Edge over in California. Disneyland is unfortunately the lesser of the two.
Well, it hasn't been helping here very much either. The parks, and it's not just Galaxy's Edge. It's not like people are avoiding Galaxy's Edge. It just hasn't been very busy. And I do blame a lot of it on the pricing. Now, a lot of people said, okay, it could be, of course, also the fact that Galaxy's Edge isn't finished. On December 5th, they're going to open, what was it, Rise of the Empire? No, that's the movie. Anyway, that Rise of the Resistance, thank you. So they're going to open that ride, and it's supposed to be the big one. So maybe people are waiting. There's a whole bunch of theories about that. But it isn't Galaxy's Edge's fault.
Yeah, no, right. I should have clarified that. It's Disney as a whole trying to get every bit of money that they can, which is understandable on one hand, but on the other, they are going to stop seeing people, even here.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I'm wondering, are they going to jack up prices again when Epcot is done? Where is the ceiling? What is the point where they realize maybe we shouldn't be doing this?
Well, they've forgotten about the ratio of cost to returns, I think, is the main issue. They've forgotten the basic economic principle of marginal costs to marginal returns. And now they're getting fewer and fewer returns, and they keep trying to sublet that by increasing the price. And it's an inverse correlation. The more they hike the prices, the less money they actually make, because fewer and fewer people can actually afford it.
Well, actually, I saw one article that said they're making more money, but fewer people are paying. So
Right.
they're making it. It's just it's all on the rich, and that's who they're aiming for, I guess. It's not the park where you could bring your family anymore if you're not rich. It seems like. So anyway, it says Disney kicks, and this is an article from Inside the Magic. I figured talk about it. It's a little bit older. It's 5 days old, but I figure what the heck. And it says, since Disney is parent company of ABC, it's pretty fitting for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to be promoted across the television network. And Disney has begun airing promotional spots for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on ABC Live with Kelly and Ryan. Blackish, the media takeover, will continue with the new land being promoted. Several other ABC shows like Good Morning America, The View, Nightline, Modern Family, and Dancing with the Stars. Now, this isn't anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I'm pretty sure, even though you don't live in Orlando, Dalton, I'm sure you saw stuff like, what was it, Family Matters, or that other one with the Olsen twins. Everybody used to go to Disney.
Full House.
Growing Pains. Yeah. You would always see some TV show, and they're going to Disney. Roseanne. Yeah. So it's not out of the ordinary. As a matter of fact, I used to enjoy those kind of things, where the family would go in and they would check out the Disney parks and everything. Sometimes it would be ridiculous, like the Roseanne. They're in Magic Kingdom, and Dan mentioned something about, I want to get a beer, and Roseanne goes, "They don't serve beer here. That's Epcot." And then you see Dan running, and he runs to Epcot from Magic Kingdom. Like, yeah, no, that's not happening, bro. This isn't like in Disneyland where they're right across the street from each other, the different parks.
Right. Appreciate your enthusiasm, Dan, but not to be happening.
Yeah, especially considering he runs to Germany. That's at the back of Epcot too. And the fact that he's heavier than I am, that guy ain't running that far that fast.
No.
But yeah,
John Goodman can do many things, but that's probably not one of them.
Yeah. I would love to see a TV show where the family is going to Galaxy's Edge and all that kind of stuff. That would be really cool. Let's see. The promotions are continuing on other Disney channels. Neil Patrick Harris is hosting a 2-hour special on Freeform to promote Star Wars Galaxy's Edge alongside other well-known celebrities. All right. Yeah, see, I'm not mad at this. I thought there would be something where they, maybe they didn't quite get it because Disney's been dropping the ball a lot recently.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is old school. And why not? Why not? Let's see. Disney Channel is attempting to win over the kid and preteen audience with segments that feature Disney Channel stars building droids, drinking the famous blue milk, riding Millennium Falcon. They're not getting a reservation to go into the bar, which is, I always thought that's kind of weird. You actually have to get a reservation to go into the cantina there in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But so why so much promotion? Well, some think Galaxy's Edge has failed at Disney parks with a report of low attendance, some thinking there's not enough to do, and others saying the land doesn't appeal to the masses. Many believe that Disney missed the mark with Galaxy's Edge. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run has received mixed reviews, even though it isn't even supposed to be the land's headlining attraction. And Star Wars superfans thinks Disney should have based the land on original Star Wars trilogy instead. What do you think about that, Professor, being someone who's gone to the...
They're acting like they based it on the new trilogy. It's not even based on that. It's just based on Star Wars in general. Yep. It has Star Wars related things, but it's not a specific area. It's not Jakku, which is where the new trilogy started. It's its own place. It just has Star Wars connected to it.
I liked that when I went in. I liked playing around with the cast members who had their own stories and everything. That was interesting to me. That made it fun. And I realized they made a Star Wars land that's about you, about the guest, not about Han Solo, not about Luke Skywalker. So and it's not as passive as it seems like some want to make it. And I think that might be the problem. Some people want to go in and watch the characters do the characters' things rather than interact.
Yeah, and I don't even know what they would expect them to do. Like, I haven't checked out any of the merchandise places other than the pet area.
Yeah,
that has all the animal toys.
Which is cool, by the way.
Yeah, it's very cool. I didn't check out anything else because it's way over. My wallet was screaming walking into that land.
Yeah, that's their biggest problem.
That is their biggest problem. So I didn't check out any of the merchandise. So maybe they aren't selling enough of the old original trilogy toys. But even that's not enough to say that the land isn't good. You still have Chewie coming into the Millennium Falcon.
And of course, with the Millennium Falcon there, and somebody talked to me about the legendary Han Solo. Yeah, somebody mentioned him. Like, so he does exist, and they could have T-shirts or something like that. You know, that would just kind of promote the older Star Wars if they wanted. I mean, stormtroopers are walking around.
I also want to say the fact that ride is getting mixed reviews is ridiculous. That ride is great.
I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it.
The only one that's a little lame is the gunner, but other than that, everything else is fantastic.
This is doing the gunner thing, because what it is you're flying the ship. You have two people being engineers, which they're the ones that are working the cables. You're trying to smuggle this crate out of away from the Empire or the Resistance now, I guess it is.
And you have to pick up.
And the people in the back, you got to press the right buttons. The people as the pilots are literally flying the ship. You either go up or down. You don't have any prompts though if you're piloting. I was on the right side, so I got to do the hyperdrive, and I geeked out. You can actually, if you watch the video, you'll actually hear me go, you know, because I was like, I was very excited because I got to activate the Millennium Falcon's hyperdrive. So yeah, it is fun, but I can see some people not liking it as much because if you're concentrating on the buttons, you can't see the gorgeous effects and the graphics that you're flying through. The movie that helps out the simulation is amazing to look at. It really is.
I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure if you're the gunner, you can just hold down the button and it just shoots constantly. Okay. So if you do that, you can look. The engineer, while it is distracting, I think they have a lot of fun pressing those buttons. That was the first one I did, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I had a great time. I was the engineer first, and the second time I went on it, I was the pilot. And I do prefer the pilot over engineer, though. I gotta say that. And I love being inside.
I would want, to be honest with you. So I'd
be engineer
totally into that.
Yeah.
I also want to say that I think it's smart not to give as many prompts for piloting, because then you want to come back and be the pilot again to try and do better, because now you understand. So
yeah,
more attendance for the ride.
If you're piloting, like I had to move the ship up and down, and the other guy had to move it side to side as we're and you literally are, if you run into a bar, your ship takes damage, and you can take I've heard that you could take enough damage that you don't complete the mission, but I haven't seen that happen yet, so I don't know if that's true. But my first outing, I hear the voice, "Go down." I was like, "Ah!" And I pushed up right into the spaceship, and you see this red crash and everything. You can see it, like I said, you can see it in the video. It is a lot of fun. I like this one. I do see, if you're stuck at gunner, if you're stuck at engineer, I can see how people may think that is not the better ride. I honestly can. Here's something I don't get though. I've seen some critics of the land put up wait times. And they'll say, well, look at this. Over here, Tower of Terror has a 3-hour wait, and the Millennium Falcon is only at a 30-minute wait. You can't really just judge wait time based on popularity on, especially like right now, the tower had the Hollywood Tower of Terror has one of their elevators out. So your wait is going slower. Really what you want to find out, and by me, all means, I'm not challenging. I'm just, this is information that maybe people don't have. Looking at a wait time isn't going to really tell you a lot, because it really depends on how many people an hour they're pushing through and why is that happening. A roller coaster is more stop and start. How many cars do they have on the track? If they've only got one, then your wait's going to be longer. If they've got 2 or 3, then it's going to be shorter. How many people are they putting through every hour? You do have your, like, say your Haunted Mansion ride that never stops. So it can put people through very quickly. So if you have something that stop, start, like the Millennium Falcon, it might not have the same capacity that another ride that you're trying to compare it to. It's not the wait time that's going to decide if this ride is popular or not. But you know, so you gotta combine the two. What's their capacity and what is the what is the wait time?
And even just going by convenience, I would imagine a 30-minute wait time would be a little bit easier on some people than the 3-hour wait time, because lines can be a killer.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, hey, Christy, and hey, Underworld Dream. I was just stopped to see if anybody was stopping in and listening. So it goes on to say, even with reports of attendance unexpectedly low and amid that a Disney executive stepped down, that doesn't mean it was at the fault of Galaxy's Edge. Many think Disney priced guests out of the new Star Wars land by raising ticket prices earlier this year, and some believe that there were so many reports that the land would be so crowded at Disneyland that it scared tourists away. I was talking to Gail. I was talking to my mom. Both of them have annual passes, by the way, which they got blocked because they're not premier. You know, they're the weekday select, where you can go Monday through Friday during the slow season when it's not going to be very busy. They don't want to go when it's busy. I've got the one I can go anytime. So they were blocked, but they were also saying I wouldn't go if I had it, because it's supposed to be incredibly busy and it's supposed to be uncomfortably busy. There is a time when these parks get unenjoyably busy, and I would recommend you not go at Christmas time. Don't ever go during Christmas time. I don't know why people say, hey, you know what would be nice for Christmas? Let's go to Disney. It's impossibly busy at that period.
You and everybody else on the planet, whoever thought that.
Just about. I know you're new to Orlando just by birth, but you've experienced this, I'm sure, Prof.
Oh, all the time. We rarely go during Christmas or the summer because both are just unbelievably busy.
Spring break is another one. The Christmas to me is the worst because it's summertime put into 2 weeks, from the 18th, well, maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, the 18th all the way to the 8th of January. Just ignore Orlando. This is not the place to go. It really isn't. I don't want to tell you the times to come, because they are my time. I want this time for myself. Yes. I don't want you guys coming in to the park when I'm walking around enjoying the fact that and 5 other people. So no, I will not be revealing that secret. And I hate the channels that do. Actually, they have. Oh, when you really want to come, and I'm like,
this is England team time. You can't come
I know,
here.
Right? Every time I hear him say that, every time I hear him say the magical times to come, I'm like, shut up. That's our time. Let them come.
The secret.
Yeah, look, you don't have to come between the 18th and the 8th. Just don't come at this special week that I have right over here, or this other week over there where it's beautiful because it's empty. All the decorations are up and it is a perfect 78 degrees. You know, I love that time to go to Disney. It's amazing. But yeah, when I hear people say, oh, and the best time to come is, I'm like, right after spring break, let's give them that. Okay, done. Because, you know, it's still a little bit too hot. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Let's see, low attendance at Disneyland.
You just basically told people the perfect time by describing it as 78 degrees. Florida is rarely 78 degrees. They can just look at the weather and be like, "Oh, now Zane Linton's done."
Yeah, that's it. January is
weather pattern.
Right after December, right after January 8th is a really good time to come, in all honesty. A lot of, now for us, it's cold, but for a lot of Northerners, you're not going to be affected by it. Not really. On occasion, we'll get the 30s. And
I've heard some come and say, "Man, it's hot out."
Yeah. You'll see all the smart Alex in the shorts when we're in the park, and they'll be like, "Oh, you think this is cold? Why, I was born in snow. My mother didn't make it to the hospital, and I was spat out right into a snowball." And I'm thinking, yeah, come in August, we'll run a race. Yeah. But the January right after the 8th is not a bad time to come. Right after spring break is not a bad time to come. Never come in August. September is okay, I guess, but here's the reason why you never come in August, and they expected it. We're about to talk about it here, where Hurricane Dorian led to cancellation of Disney vacations just a few days shy of the land's opening. Yeah, see, August is hurricane season. I remember that I had a group of friends. They were from China, and they worked with me out in the park, and they would cry because we had a hurricane. It wasn't a horrible hurricane, but it lasted a week. And they said, everybody I see, they come to Disney. They have beautiful skies. I come to Disney. I get 8 days of a hurricane. And they felt really bad. So, yeah, August isn't very good. So, let's see. It says, no matter how you spin it, it's clear Disney is trying to promote Star Wars Galaxy's Edge right now, maybe more than ever before. As Motley Fool reports, it's not too late. Rise of the Resistance, dubbed the most advanced and mind-blowing attraction we'll see at Disney parks, opens in Florida this December, and I'm so jazzed for it. I really am. When I found out that picture that they've been showing, where you see the star screen and you got the ships in the background, and in the foreground you got all those stormtroopers. When I heard that wasn't a picture, that is actual live, that's there, I was like, okay, I need to. I don't want to see this. I need to see this.
You have convinced me.
Yeah. So I really do hope they pick it up. During the summertime and during Christmas time, and I really hope it doesn't pick up during the time that I like to go. So I could bring my family and we could have fun and not have to worry about big crowds. Yeah. But anyway, what would you say? I mean, you've been to the Galaxy's Edge. You enjoyed it, right, Prof? A little bit, huh? Okay, we lost the professor.
Did we?
Well, he just giggled. That's all. Let's see. Underworld says, haven't heard anyone compare a wait time of Star Wars and the Tower of Terror. I hear them compare other rides, but not that. Well, I did mention the Slinky Dog as well. That was the roller coaster that I was talking about. But either way, you have to compare their capacity. They're not just their wait time, but their load time. How many people can they put through? Are they down a car? Have they just had did they just have a breakdown? An 11-1 is what we called it at Universal Studios. So, there's a lot of factors going into why a wait time is what it is. Not just this is the most popular. Now, granted, the most popular ride usually does have a longer line, but there are factors to it. So, I don't know. There you go. All righty. Want to move on? Let's move on. So let's see. What do I have here? Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about that last. This is something a little bit fun. I saw this. It means nothing, actually. I read this, but I thought this is a fun story. But in all honesty, it's a dubious honor at best. And it is that Universal Studios has had more #1 movies than Disney this year. And I thought, really, that's interesting. But Disney has made like $16 billion off of 3 films, so I'm not exactly sure what is, but
see, that's the thing. It's not the placement of the movie in the rankings of box office. It's how much money were they making when they made those number ones. Like, because as an example, Abominable made number one this week at the box office, but it only made number one with like 20 million because everything else was
well to be
14 million and one. So,
to be fair, this is a little puff piece from comicbook.com, and they do mention that no movie studio has had many number one films at the box office, or none had more than Universal Pictures, not even Disney. But when you consider the dollar amount, yeah, Disney wins, not even close. But it says, thanks to the standout performance of DreamWorks' Abominable this weekend, Universal has had 7 films this year, and they are Glass, How to Train Your Dragon 3, Us, The Secret Lives of Pets, Hobbs and Shaw, and The Good Boys. They released this. Surprisingly enough, Us is the highest grossing film for the studio this year, with box office receipts totaling $175 million domestically, and Hobbs and Shaw came a close second with 170. That's kind of surprising. I really thought How to Train Your Dragon 3 was going to do better, or Secret Lives of Pets, just based on the fact it was summer. But I really thought How to Train Your Dragon, that is such a great series.
I heard fantastic things about it. I heard people praising it constantly.
It's one of the few franchises that got better as it went. And it amazes me that it hasn't been seen. So it says Disney's right behind with 6 number one box office hits, including Captain Marvel, Dumbo, Avengers Endgame, Aladdin, Toy Story 4, The Lion King. And Warner had 5 films: Lego Movie 2, Shazam, Curse of La Llorona, Godzilla, King of Monsters, and It Chapter 2, which I would like to point out, only one of those movies were considered an actual hit. You know, they might have made money, but like Shazam made money, but nobody considered it a runaway hit. Godzilla's the same way. Curse of La Llorona was considered a flop. And Lego Movie 2, I'm not sure. I don't think it did burned up the box office.
It disappeared, basically.
Yeah.
Columbia made the list with Men in Black and Spider-Man Far From Home. Of course, Spider-Man Far From Home is the 3rd largest worldwide box office hit, so at least they got that going for them. Paramount is yet to tally a single number one film this year, despite releasing movies like Pet Sematary and Rocket Man. Even STX, The Upside, and Lionsgate, John Wick Chapter 3 and Angel Has Fallen, or John Wick Chapter 3, Angel Has Fallen, have each recorded champion box office weekends. So, wow. Bad year for Paramount. Rocket Man was okay. It got that song stuck in my head, though, so I really want to move on from that. Goodbye Yellow Road, where the dogs of society howl. That's right, Christy. You get one more course. All right. Have you heard that Warhammer and Marvel are teaming up for a comic line? Will it be woke or good? I have no idea. I don't really follow Warhammer, but yikes, I don't know.
I do.
We're on the wrong channel to talk about that.
It is the wrong channel to talk about it. But that being said, there have been some inroads into the level of the woke for Warhammer recently.
Well, wasn't that one? Did that one thing? What was that? World of Warcraft or something? They made a movie out of with the orcs. Didn't that one go a little bit woke?
No,
it didn't really go woke. That movie honestly is really good, and I'm sad it's not getting a sequel, even though it did gangbusters in China.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was really a good movie.
So this goes on to say there's 3 months left in the year. Universal still has 6 releases: The Addams Family, Last Christmas, Queen and Sim, I have no idea what that is, Black Christmas, and Cats, and 1917. And Disney has 5 with Maleficent, Ford versus Ferrari, Frozen 2, Star Wars, Rise of the Skywalkers, and Spies in Disguise. Now, just looking at these, we've got Cats on December 20th and Rise of Skywalker on December 20th. I think Cats is going to kick all Star Wars butt. I think everybody's looking for Cats. I have not.
Really?
Nobody looked at the Cats trailer and did not talk about it for a week afterwards. The buzz is off the charts. So and all you ever hear is negativity about Star Wars. So I am absolutely not being serious right now saying that Cats is going to beat Star Wars. Yeah. On this one right there, you can tell that Disney's going to win at least one. Cats versus Star Wars. My gosh, Cats is the stuff of nightmares. They just should have modeled it after the Broadway show. What was up with all that? My goodness gracious. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm missing about 8.5 lives because of that trailer.
Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any other matchups? Last Christmas going against anything nope. So I don't know. They've already got one out of the gate, and this ties them up right here. So I would have to say it depends on what comes out with it, but Black Christmas might not make it because it's a December movie, but it's a horror film. And generally, December is good for family films, especially that close to Christmas.
That being said, of all those movies listed there, the only one I'm looking forward to is Addams Family.
I really want to see Addams Family. Yeah. Spies in Disguise is going to do gangbusters because December 25th, people are tired. They open their presents. They go to the movies. Mm-hmm. And it's the family film.
But wait, it's a Disney movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
I thought it was by the people that made Minions. Something pictures.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Yeah. So, okay. So the third story I wanted to talk about, because of course I am a foodie and they do have the foodie guide. We have a place out here, like Professor said, it's called Disney Springs. Now there's a lot of shopping, but more importantly to a fat guy like me, there's a lot of dining going on. And I occasionally like to do this where I go through some of the food that they're going to be offering for a specific event or a specific season. And this is their autumn season, where sometimes they bring out like stuff that's good for Halloween, stuff that's just good for autumn and such. And because I like to make everybody hungry, especially myself, the Barboca Cantina food truck is going to have squash blossom quesadillas. That's this right here, which I could tell you already, looking at how many onions are in this thing, I will not be getting. Yeah, fresh.
Good to me, but I'm sorry.
There you go. Yeah, we'll have to get a food review from you on that one. Fresh squash blossom zucchini, tomato, onion, refried beans, Chihuahua cheese. Is it actually made of Chihuahua milk? Whoa, that's gross. And queso fresco with a side of pico de gallo. Damn. Let's see. The next thing up is Amorette's Patisserie. By the way, I love that place. I think it's Amorette's, but I love crepes, and this has got a harvest apple crepe. That's what we're looking at right here with vanilla sauce and toasted pecans on top. That looks awesome. And there's a pumpkin.
I just want to say,
give me now, honestly.
I know, right?
I want to just go ahead and say this as a rule whenever you go to Disney. If you see a dessert that has the vanilla sauce labeled with it, it's going to be good.
Yeah,
that vanilla sauce is to die.
Gail, we went to the Grand Floridian Cafe, and she got their French toast and it had the vanilla sauce on it. She's like, "Oh yeah, so good, so good." She wants to go back. I do too, because I want to try their chicken and waffles. The pumpkin creme brulee has pumpkin custard with bruleed sugar, candied pecans, and pumpkin sable cookie garnish. So I wish they had a picture of that one. Oh, this is cool. I always like when they have this kind of stuff. This is the poison apple cocktail, and it's at Aristocreps, which is a crepes, which is a kiosk where it's a caramel apple frozen cocktail featuring apple whiskey and caramel served in a poison apple stein. So that one's probably going to be about $15 just because you're also buying the cup. Mm-hmm. So I would expect that one to be
though.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty neat. The Boathouse, which is a seafood restaurant, apple and vanilla bean creme brulee. So, okay, it seems like a little bit of a repeat there. Topped with cinnamon whipped cream and sugared wonton chips. Huh. and a pomegranate margarita, tequila, lime juice, pomegranate liquor, agave nectar, and a fresh lime wedge. Yeah, I'm ready. I like pomegranate.
All
And
back,
this is
please. Yes.
okay.
I
Now,
like margarita.
if you are a Southern boy like myself, Chef Art Smith's is the restaurant you want to go to. It is comfort food writ large. And this has got smoked turkey sliders made with white cheddar cheese, spring mixed tomatoes, homemade cranapple chutney. Look at that. That is just looking good.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I may actually risk my life if that's if there's apples or if there's onions in that. It looks so good. And they got a brown sugared old fashioned featuring brown sugar bourbon, simple syrup. Oh, I love bourbon. And bitters with muddled orange cherries. Okay, I guess is that back there? They should have it, both of them. But yeah, that sounds really good. Deluxe Burger, which that's the place I tried the Lion King burger with all the gummy vegetables on it. Yeah, so they're hit and miss with their specialty burgers. But this one is an Oktoberfest, which has a blended beef patty topped with smoked sausage, braised red cabbage, stout cheese sauce, lettuce, tomato, and grilled onion on a Parker House roll. Take or leave that one. In a pumpkin pie milkshake made with gelato, caramel sauce, and graham cracker crumbles. That doesn't thrill me.
That I could do.
At this point in time, you could get a pumpkin pie milkshake anywhere. So, but this is this is Earl of Sandwich right here. Have you ever had this? This is a yearly thing, by the way. Have you ever had the Thanksgiving sandwich?
No, and that looks surprisingly good.
So here it is. It's a sliced turkey with cornbread stuffing, cranberry sauce, and mayonnaise on fresh baked bread. It is literally a Thanksgiving dinner put into a sandwich. And it is good.
I don't even like sandwiches on general principle, but that sounds good to me.
It is good. I've had this before. I'll get it again. It really is good. Plus, Earl of Sandwich is not very expensive. Let's see, the caramel apple medley, vanilla cake lightly drizzled with caramels, baked apples, and a cinnamon mousse topping. Enzo's Hideaway is one of the best restaurants out at Disney Springs, with a roasted pork bruschetta made with smoked maple polenta, smoked maple old fashioned, featuring smoked maple bourbon. There it is again, cinnamon pear syrup. I'm in for this. Chocolate bitters. All righty, so this is that's just a box. Come on, guys. This is their Mexican restaurant, 2 crispy corn masa boats. It's called the Chorizo Sope. Pork chorizo, roasted butternut squash, and a horchata margarita. I'm in right there. I'm going to Frontera. Oh, yeah. And this starts on the 20th, so it's actually going right now. This is from the Ganachery, and it's pumpkin spice, chai tea, and maple pecan little ganaches, the chocolate squares.
Dear Lord. Yes.
Yeah. House of Blues, which is actually a better restaurant than a lot of people give credit. Voodoo Shrimp, which, you know what, that's nothing new. They have that all the time. Haleo is the most... Have you been to a Haleo yet, Professor?
No, I have not.
It is the most expensive restaurant out there when you consider portion size to price. Seared scallops with butternut squash. Ooh, that sounds good. And the Carlita cocktail, brandy Amontelo and orange lemon. Let's see, Jock Lindsay's Hanger Bar is our go-to bar. We love this one. Giant charcuterie pretzel featuring airplane, pirate cargo pretzel, prosciutto, sliced brats, artisan pepperoni, smoked cheddar, black diamond cheddar, pickles, spicy mustard, and an autumn smash, which is spiced rum. Ooh, I love rum. Pear nectar, simple syrup, and a splash of lemon juice. Dude, that is awesome.
That sounds really good right there.
So I could go on and on, but I am just going. I mean, this would be like a 1 hour, 2 hour video just based on this. So I'm gonna let's see, what is this from? This is the chicken saltimbocca from Maria Enzo's, which is prosciutto de Parma, roasted apple, capellina onions, get it without that, and balsamic glazed baby carrots. And this is from Paddlefish, and it's their catfish with southern grits, black pepper butter sauce, baby. Oh, dude, I want this. I love catfish, man.
I love catfish too.
This looks like they didn't even try. This is maple bourbon pork belly with croutons on smashed sweet potatoes, This looks like what you get at the food festival.
Yeah, that's pretty pathetic looking.
It does. Come on, polite pig. Be more polite. Although the apple cider whiskey sour looks good. What do we have going down here? Oh, it's a flatbread. Grilled chicken and apple flatbread with maple apple butter, smoked Gouda. Yeah, okay. That works right there. Dang.
Wow, bowling, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's drink, eat, and bowl. Get those greasy bowling fingers. And, okay, these are cream-filled churros. Pumpkin spice churros from Sunshine Churros. This is a new kiosk that opened up, by the way. And this is...
I love churros, but I really hate pumpkin as a flavor.
Oh, really? I was about to say, this sounds good to me. Pumpkin cannoli, Italian pastry filled with sweet cream and pumpkin. So, yeah, you might not like it, but I'm all in for that.
I don't like pumpkin pie, but I really like pumpkin, like, baked goods.
Okay, well, how about ravioli?
Ravioli might be an exception to the rule. That I hate pumpkin.
Pumpkin ravioli made with brown butter sauce, crushed walnuts and sage right there. And then this drunken pumpkin. Vanilla, vodka, blended coffee liqueur. Yeah, that's awesome. And let's see. Delicious corn oh, wait, no. What are we talking about? Here it is. Kabocha pumpkin bun at Yasaki. Cinnamon steamed bun filled with sweet pumpkin cream and cranberries. That looks good. I will go for this. That looks really good to me.
No, we're at the end of the list.
Yeah, and this is spiced kabaka made with sake almond milk. Yeah, I figure from now on, whenever I do this, I'm only going to do the ones that have pictures where we can go, oh, that looks good.
That's fair.
Yeah, that looks gross. Yeah. So there you go.
Can't really have your mouth water over words.
I know, but yeah, but you look at something like the crepe here, it does make you go, oh, I want that. I don't want that though. That would be very bad for me. And it goes on until November 4th. Yeah, that wouldn't be good for me. All righty, so here's something we have. Let me see what we got first. Let's see. I listened to a podcast interviewing a guy who was from Game Workshop. He was saying how he was the person pushing wokeness into a company. He said he made sure there's one mini. Okay, Chihuahua is also a state in Mexico, and they have a lot of cheeses that are expensive. Yeah, I know. I was just making a joke because they actually spelled Chihuahua like the dog. So I was just making a joke there. So as usual, we've decided to end every podcast here with a quiz. And this time I thought rather than doing one of these what princess are you kind of thing, I would put you guys against each other. And I'm going to stop sharing so you guys don't have the benefit of seeing the screen before. And I'll ask the questions. It's the ultimate 90s Disney kid trivia quiz.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay, I'm clicking on it, but it's not going because, of course.
Why does everything have to be not cooperative?
Yeah, I don't know why it decided to do that. There we go. Okay. So I guess first to call out the answer.
Okay.
So here we go. Which of the following was not a song from a Disney movie in the 90s? Beauty and the Beast, Make a Man Out of You, Part of Your World, or Circle of Life? Dun, 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 dun,
Beauty and the Beast.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, what's your answer? Say again?
Part of Your World.
Answer is, of course, Part of Your World, which was from
Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. Okay, so Pepper Ann is too cool for middle school, 7th grade, Her Current Life, or Santa Fe?
7th grade.
Do you have an answer?
I'm clueless on that one, so he can take that.
7th grade. Yes, that's 2. How about which of the following 90s Disney Channel original movies is the oldest? Actually, yeah, and the first one to call out is the answer I'm going to use. The oldest 90s Disney Channel original movie is either Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, Brink, The 13th Year, or Halloween Town.
I think 13th year was first. I think.
And you're wrong.
Is it Halloween Town?
I would have to, let's see if it'll let me go back up. Nope. No, hold on just a sec. I've got this. I got this. Part of Your World, 7th grade. And we're trying Halloween Town. And no, both of you missed that one. Okay, moving on.
What is it?
Okay. We could still do this. This is, let's see. Part of Your World, 7th grade. And let's see, it's either Brink or Xenon Girl. It is Brink.
Okay.
So true or false, Disney.com was an accessible website in the 1990s.
False.
Yeah, false.
Both of you are wrong. So far, it's still 2 for Professor. You're not yet on the board. Who appeared on the cover of the very first issue of Disney Adventures magazine with Tailspin? Michael Jordan, Rick Moranis, Fred Savage, or Joey Lawrence?
Fred Savage.
You want to answer this one? Do you have an answer?
I want to say that was Michael Jordan, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I'm going to jump in on this because you guys didn't think about it first. I'm going to say Joey Lawrence because he actually did work for Disney. Let's see. You said Fred Savage, which is wrong. And then you said Michael Jordan, which I am betting is wrong. Because, yeah, like I said, he did. Let's see. I'm really thinking it's Joey Lawrence. Oh, no, I was wrong. Okay, I hit that one because I was like so sure. Oh, let's see. And you said Michael Jordan. Let's see. I've got that now. 7th grade. Now we go to Brink. We answer true. And we go to Michael Jordan. Oh, it was Rick Moranis. All of us were wrong on that one.
Of all the... Why Rick Moranis?
I almost said Rick Moranis.
Honey, I Shrunk the
Why
Kids.
Right, Honey, I Shrunk the
Honey,
Kids.
I Shrunk the Kids.
Joy.
We weren't thinking about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. There you go. I'm gonna go back to the sharing. So, which duo directed 1997's Hercules? Michael Gabriel and Eric Goldberg, Roger Allers or Rob Minkoff, Chris Sanders and Dean DuBois, or Ron Claremont and John Musker? I'm surprised these are not easy questions. No, looking it up.
I'm not looking it up.
I think it was Musker. I'm pretty sure it was Musker.
There you go. He's on the board. It's
go.
1-2. You guys have really sucked, by the way. Who provided the singing voice of Shang in Mulan? Davy Jones, Stevie Wonder, David Cassidy, or Donny Osmond?
Donny Osmond.
All righty. Professor got that out there quicker. What is Jack Kelly's real name in the movie Newsies? Francis Sullivan, David Jacobs, Joseph Gordon, or Huey Pulitzer?
I think it was Huey Pulitzer, if I remember correctly.
Nope.
Dang.
We'll give...
Let's do it again.
well, every other time it's been going pretty good, so... So, yeah, while we do this, I've been working my way through this every time. Now, what I think is funny is it's going to come off like we had it perfect because I keep doing this.
Because you've gone back and re-edited somebody.
Yep.
Well.
Okay, it wasn't Huey Pulitzer?
Is it Francis Sullivan?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
3-1 so far. True or false, Disney Channel's Bug Juice was a reality series centered around summer camp?
True.
Yes, I think the picture gave that away because it was a picture of a summer camp. TJ Detweiler was the main character in Recess. What does TJ say again?
Oh, I thought the question was which was he the main character of, but never mind.
What does TJ stand for? Toby
Theodore James.
No.
No. Oh.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to it. This was not a well thought out. This was not a well thought out idea, but you know it's gonna. I wonder if I could if I just edit this part out when we reset it there. True. And okay, we guessed Theodore James. What's the other? Toby Jebediah, Toby Jackson, or Theodore Jasper?
I'm going to say Theodore Jasper.
Oh,
Yes.
it's 2-3. Still professors. Who was not a member of the new Mickey Mouse Club? Britney Spears, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, or Christina Aguilera?
Ryan Reynolds.
That is correct. Which of the following Disney Channel shows premiered in the 90s and not in the 2000s? Lizzie McGuire, So Weird, Even Stevens, and The Proud Family. Which one?
So Weird it must have been, because I don't remember So Weird at all.
Okay. What's your guess, Professor?
I'm going to actually say Lizzie McGuire started in the 90s.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well,
That actually is surprising to me. I remember that was one of the ones that my daughters watched. And I swear it was in the 90s.
Well, but the thing is, Disney Channel did a whole new slate of shows for the year 2000. That's why I said it must have been So Weird, because that's the only one I don't remember, and it must have only lasted like one season.
Theodore Jasper. Theodore Jasper.
Thank you.
Let's not have to do all this again.
And So Weird is the answer. So it's 3-4. Still. Okay, so who wrote the Tarzan soundtrack? Phil Collins, Paul Simon,
Phil
Alan
Collins.
There we go. Okay, it's 5-3 in Professor's favor. Which Disney Pixar movie was not released in the 90s? Toy Story, Bugs Life, Monsters, Inc., or Toy Story 2?
Monsters, Inc.
All righty. Is Dalton's mic still working?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
still working. He's just really quick.
What type of animal is Timon from Lion King? Warthog, meerkat. Okay, so it's what? It's 7-4. Of the following, which movie was the first Walt Disney Animation Studios film to be released in the 90s? Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Rescuers Down Under.
Rescuers Down Under.
Okay, he did say it first. Got to give it to him. Who voiced Thomas in Pocahontas? Don Johnson, Christian Bale, Robin Williams, or Steve Guttenberg?
Who voiced who in
Thomas, this character right here.
Of course, they pick the random minor character that nobody.
I know, right?
God damn it!
I'm giving it to neither one of you. It was Christian Bale. What is the name of Drake Mallard's alter ego?
Darkwing
Duck. Dalton got that one. What is the name of the opening song in Beauty and the Beast? Little Town, Little People, Bonjour, Belle, or Provincial Town?
Belle.
Dalton got that in there as well. So I think it is now 6-7. Still Professor. What does Genie ask Aladdin to wish for right after Aladdin sets him free? The Colosseum, Himalayas, the Nile, or pyramids?
The Nile.
There you go. And we got 19 right.
Denial. Okay.
But ultimately, yeah, he said, wish for the Nile, wish for the Nile. I wish for the Nile. No! Yeah, that was the line there. So, okay, so Professor got 8, and Dalton, you got 6. That's not actually bad. You did make a comeback there at the end, Dalton. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
The thing of it was, a lot of them I knew. He just got to them first.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to be a little on the ball and such. So there you go. That was I kind of dug doing that. I will have to, Let's see what we have. Save Star Wars Land. Fire J.J. Abrams. That's Star Wars. Yeah, that's a different thing there. I feel stupid not knowing the questions. Yeah, there were some hard questions in that, though. We got to give it. It wasn't as easy as I thought, because a lot of times it's like, name this movie, and it'll have the movie poster with the title marked out.
In it, yeah.
Yeah, but there you go. That was actually pretty good. So anyway, that's all we have here. I'm going to go on over to I Love Comics. We're going to be doing a live stream tonight there as well. You two gentlemen are definitely invited to join me. It should. Christy got 3. Underworld says he got 4. Yep. So yeah, a lot of fun. Anyway, so I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and listening, and thank you guys for helping out.
Always happy to be here.
All right, and as always, thank you very, very much
Yep.
for watching, and see you real soon.
So long, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
All righty, I hit the wrong button. There we are.